have had a language arts curriculum overhaul for the second semester of 5th grade. Today I want to talk about what we did and why we changed it up. I recently released a video on my winter homeschool update, which I will link here, and it was just all about what's going well, what's not going well, and all of those good things. And I mentioned in it that we were changing up our language arts. And so many of you said, we can't wait to see what you change it to. So that is what today's video is all about. If you are new here, my name is Jennifer. I have a 5th grader, and we are really just enjoying this homeschool ride. On this channel, we talk about all things homeschool and, what's going on with us. And I'm really enjoying getting to know you through YouTube. So if you are not subscribed yet, please make sure that you do so. And while we're going through this video, if you have any questions, please make sure that you do include those in the comments, as I will answer them to the best of my ability. So let's talk language arts today. So first of all, one of the things that you'll probably be hearing me say is, it worked so well last year, and it's just not quite working this year. And so just be prepared for that. And it really is a testament to, we all go through different seasons in our homeschool. Our children go through different seasons. We go through different seasons, and just the learning sometimes is a different season. And so things that have worked before may not work now. So as a refresher, let's talk about what we started off with this year for the 5th grade year, what we started off with for language arts. First up, we had the language B from Abeka. This was for our grammar. This was our main grammar curriculum. For spelling, we had spelling UC, F for writing. All things fun and fascinating from IEW. For cursive, we did the Cursive Knowledge from IEW. For poetry, we had the Read and Understand Poetry. This is from Moor. And then for reading comprehension from Abeka, Read and Comprehend skill sheets. That is what we started with. Now, let's talk about what we changed and why we changed it, and what my plans and goals are for changing it. So first up is Abeka. I love Abeka language. I really do. My daughter has worked with Abeka language from pre-K up until the end of the first semester of 5th grade. And she has learned so much. I think Abeka is a very solid language program. The issue that we were having is that she has done Abeka the whole time with no break. And if you know Abeka, you're going to have quite a few problems. It's the same thing. They are spiral. So you have an intro to a concept, and then the next year you're going to have the same concept, but they'll just add on a little bit more. And they teach it the same way. And she was just tired of it. That's really all I can come up with, is she just needed a break, because she learned so much through Abeka. Her grammar skills, her identification of the parts of speech, she is solid on those. She loves diagramming sentences, which is all included in Abeka, but she just needed a break from the same way. And so I reached out to some different companies, and I talked to the folks from IEW. By the way, just a little insert here. If you ever have a question about IEW, please reach out to them. They have amazing customer service. They were so wonderful in answering my questions and really having a conversation with me about my daughter's strengths and weaknesses and what they would recommend. And so we are going with Fix It Grammar for the second semester of 5th grade. Now, I haven't decided what we're doing for 6th grade yet, so stay tuned for that. But for the second semester of 5th grade, we are going with Fix It Grammar for our core. Now, Fix It Grammar, you can see for each day of the week, there is one sentence that you work on for 4 days. And so that is what we're going to concentrate on, is those sentences. Now, what I have been doing is I will write the sentence for the day on this dry erase board. And so my daughter will be able to go through on there, and we can go through together when she needs to, which she doesn't always need to. I'm looking for magnets because she is a kinesthetic learner, and I think that it would be great to put like noun on a circle and let her use magnets to really be able to get into it. Unfortunately, I can't find magnets right now. I'm going to have to order them because I was looking for them locally. But anyway, this is what we're doing, and it is working really well. What we are also doing is on day 5, because like I said, Fix It Grammar is 4 days a week. On day 5, we are working through the Scholastic Grammar Tells. Now, I do have a video that highlights this, and I will link it here. This is a great review. It's a fun review. There are activities in it, like you can see there's word searches, there's crossword puzzles, and this is a great review where we're concentrating on one part of speech a week. We have already been doing this for the month of January, and it's working out really well. So that is what we're planning for grammar itself. Next up is spelling. We were doing spelling UCF. Now, a little bit of history. If you go back, my daughter did Abeka spelling, and she did not like those lists. She would memorize just for the quiz how to spell it, and she would get it right, and then she wouldn't spell it correctly later. And so for 4th grade, we switched to spelling UCE, and it worked out so well. So we were sticking with spelling UCF. For 5th grade, it did not work out well. What spelling UC does is you're looking for chunks throughout it. You look for chunks, and then you write the passages, and then you're supposed to do dictation. Well, what she would be doing is looking, she'd do the chunks and she'd write it out, but she would not really concentrate on how to spell it until she was required to do the dictation. She would learn the 3 or 4 words that she didn't know how to spell, and then she would spell it for the dictation, and then she would go back to not paying attention to spelling it again. And so she did request to move away from spelling UC, at least for a little while. Now, spelling UC has 2 parts to it. This is part 1, which we are almost finished with, but we're still taking a break from it. And we do have part 2. What we are going to is 180 days spelling. So this is truly a little bit more of a traditional spelling. So you have your list, and then for each day throughout the week, you're doing 1 page in a workbook that concentrates on this list. And so we're going to be working with this for the 2nd semester. Now, she may want to go back to spelling UC because I really do think that she liked it, but she just needs it to be changed up a little bit right now. And so that's what we're doing. Okay, writing, all things fun and fascinating. This is IEW. We started this last January, so we've been doing all things fun and fascinating for just over a year. We're almost finished with it. This has been a great resource for us. When we first started it, she absolutely loved it. I would not say that she absolutely loves it right now, but she doesn't absolutely love writing. And that's okay. You know, I don't love everything in my life either. So if she doesn't love writing, I'm not concerned about it, but I'd still want her to be able to do it, to know some of the mechanics behind it, to know how to write, to know how to construct a great paragraph or construct a great story. All Things Fun and Fascinating does that. We are sticking with All Things Fun and Fascinating for our writing curriculum, and I think that it's going as well as a writing curriculum really can go for us right now. Cursive. So we started with IEW's Cursive Knowledge, which is basically a general cursive book. You work on the different letters and then you work on passages. And so we're to the passages right now. And we're going to stick with this. She's going to finish this out. We started the year and she said that gel pens were the only thing that can make cursive bearable. She has now decided that not even gel pens can do that. But what we are doing with cursive is bringing in other avenues for cursive. So she's still working on this, but my daughter loves history. And we are now working with the draw and write on our current history. This includes cursive copywork as an option. And so we are going to be incorporating this into cursive and really just practicing on that cursive. She knows how to make the letters. She can read it. So a lot of what my goal was with regards to cursive has been accomplished, but I don't want her to lose it. So now we're just really practicing to keep it up and make it be able to flow a little bit more easily. Next up, read and comprehend skill sheets from Abeka. We love these. These are some of our favorites. We've loved them all the way through. It is one reading sheet and then you have questions on the back. She is almost finished with reading, comprehend skill sheets. These are some of our favorites, but since she is almost finished with them, we had to find something else. And so we're going to be adding the reading detective. This is reading comprehension, and it is great. What they have here is a lot of these so far, what she's doing are excerpts. And so you have reading, and then you have the comprehension questions. What you have to do with these questions, though, is to say the sentences, because these sentences are numbered, and so you need to say the sentences from where you found the answers. We are enjoying this as well, and so they're great reading comprehension. We did not have anything formal for vocabulary, and that was something last year we didn't either, and it worked out really well. We had a vocabulary book where she had to look up the definitions, and it worked so well. This year it just wasn't working. So we are now working with Worldly Wise. This is a vocabulary program where you have a page to do every day. You have the lessons. One of the things that I have discovered I really like about this is they incorporate things like root words, synonyms, antonyms. Those are incorporated into these lessons. And then there's also a reading comprehension at the end of the week. So at the end of each week, there is a reading comprehension where you'll need to answer the questions. And so we're working on Worldly Wise for our vocabulary. This part of language arts that we are switching up is poetry. We used this Evan Moor poetry, Read and Understand Poetry for last year, and again, worked great. Is not this year. What we are doing right now, multifaceted. First up, we are using just some general poetry books that we enjoy and really just reading those without doing a lot of written analysis or anything like that, but just more reading the poems and having a discussion. We are also using, from Where'd You Learn That, the song study from the United States collection. So this includes songs on America the Beautiful, My Country, 'Tis of Thee, and God Bless America. Within this, you do have lessons for read it, understand it, live it, talk about it, review it. So there are individual lessons to do. We are doing this about once to twice a week, along with reading and becoming more familiar with other poetry. There's our update for how we have overhauled our language arts for the second semester of 5th grade. If these curriculum videos are the types that you like, please make sure that you give us a thumbs up. If you have any questions, please leave those in the comments and I will answer them to the best of my ability. I'm so thankful you're here and I'm really enjoying getting to know you through YouTube. So please make sure that you are subscribed and I hope that you have a great day. Bye-bye.